What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is another one of Hoggie's Quick Beer Reviews. Today we have something from England, if you can't already see it. This is Young's Double Chocolate Stout in the Nitro can. Yeah. I won't get into the whole nitro thing and explaining that, but for those who don't know, it's like Guinness in the can. It's got that little thingy in there with the nitrogen that makes the head all foamy, and yeah, it's one of those. Wikipedia has a great explanation of that for anybody who wants to know. Now, obviously, Young's Double Chocolate Stout is a very popular beer. It's been reviewed all over the place. It gets in like an A on Beer Advocate. There's a lot of videos on YouTube reviewing this beer. I actually had this beer for the first time about a month or so ago. I had it out of the bottle. Now, I was going to do that written review for my website for beerbreath.com, and I held off because once I started reading some of the reviews and seeing some of the videos, I realized everybody loves this beer. I didn't like it when I had it. So I figured, am I like the oddball, the one guy who doesn't like this beer that everybody else thinks is stellar, or, you know, what happened? Coincidentally, around the same time when I was holding off on posting the review, I found these in the can. So I said, you know what, if this beer is considered to be so great, you know, let me give it another shot. I'll try it in the can this time and see what happens. Maybe I got a bad bottle, maybe it was old, I mean, you never know. Maybe I was just having one of those days. I found it in the bottle to be a bit thin, a bit carbonated, slightly overly hoppy. As a stout, it didn't do it for me. And that's just off the top of my head. I haven't looked back at my notes since I did it. But now we have the can, and we're going to see what happens with the can. So join me for a nitro beer here in my British pint glass. I always had to do it for the British beers. Now, this is categorized as a milk stout. These are 5.2 ABV, and this is from Wells & Young in England. Wells, they market a few beers under the Wells name as well. I haven't had any of them, one day, but they're out there. There you go. So again, this is a nitro beer. This is the canned stout. So, you know, you gotta pour it, wait for it to settle. Personally, I love this though. I love Guinness. You know, it has to be nitro. The draft, and Beamish is a great beer. I love Beamish. It's my favorite draft stout. So let's see what happens. So far, it looks good. It looks like a nitro beer. You're probably not going to be able to see that the cascade, the waterfall effect, whatever you want to call it, that happens with these nitro beers. But it's going in full force there. That head is almost like a tan khaki color. Very good. Smells stouty. With hints of dark chocolate, I must say. Nitro beers don't have the strongest nose, but this one smells good. Oh yeah, you smell the dark chocolate. You smell the chocolate. Get a little hint of coffee in there too. Yeah, it's always good stuff. Put that right there. So, let's see if this tastes better in the can for me than it did in the bottle. And before I even get into it, check beerbreath.com. I'm going to have this video review and the review I did for the bottle. I'm going to have all that up there sometime soon. Don't quote me when, but it'll be up soon. So, here we go. Young's Double Chocolate Stout in the nitro can. Cheers. Well, that's much better. The nitro gives it a smoothness and a creaminess that can't be duplicated. I mean, that's why they use nitro even on tap. You get that chocolate. Wow. Wow, yeah, it's like cocoa nibs and baker's chocolate. Slightly bitter, but not very. It's more sweet than anything else. Yeah, okay. This is a good beer. No, I understand. And personally, from now on, when I have this, I'll look for the can. But you really do taste the chocolate. You know, you get your roasted malt in there. That's like the base of it, and you just have these different chocolate cocoa-y flavors hitting you. There's a slight touch of coffee in there as well. It's a stout, but it's relatively thin for a stout. Creamy. I mean, you know, again with the nitro, with the head, the texture of it is very creamy. This thing goes down. I mean, hell. Yeah. If you like chocolate, if you like a good stout, try this. If you haven't already. If you haven't already and you're watching the reviews of it, you know, stop watching reviews and go get it. Because there's a bunch of different opinions on here, on YouTube, online, and they're all good. This is a quality brew. Wells & Young makes good beer. They also have one called Dirty Dick, so they used to. I'm dying to find that, but that's another story. Yeah, Young's Double Chocolate Stout in the nitro can. This is a glass full beer. This is a great stout. This is right up there with Beamish in my book, just a lot chocolatier, a lot more tasty. Get you some if you like this kind of thing. And there's not much more to say. I'm going to kill this off and crack another one open. Thanks for joining me on the beer. Take it easy, guys. See you next time. Cheers.